Hi everyone, today we are going to discuss the title on highway planning and site distance. This presentation focuses on the historical development of highways in India and the fundamental concept of site distance in highway engineering, which play a crucial role in the safety and efficiency of road transport. Here these are the list of content we have discussed in the classes. The first one is history of road development in India, and then Jaikar Committee, Nagpur Road Congress, followed by Bombay Road Congress, and then Lucknow Road Congress. Then finally concluded the title with site distance and types. The first one is highway engineering. Highway engineering is a branch of civil engineering that involves the planning, design, construction, operation and maintenance of roads and highways to ensure safe and efficient transportation for both people and goods. Okay. And then next one is a modern development. With the introduction of motor vehicle after World War, the need for better roads became urgent, leading to the formation of Jaikar Committee in 1927, which recommended central coordination and funding for systematic road development across India. But in the Jaikar Committee proposed 20 years of road development plan and the establishment of the Indian Road Congress in 1934, which became the national body responsible for setting technical standards and guiding highway development throughout the country. Here in the Nagpur Road Congress in the 1943, the first 20 years road plan was launched during the Nagpur Road Congress in 1943, which introduced systematic classifications of roads into national, state, district and village roads, also laying the groundwork for future development. In the Bombay Road Congress in 1961, the second 20 years road plan, here initiating during the Bombay Road Congress emphasized due to rural road development and proposed the construction of expressways aiming for the total road length of 10 lakh kilometers. Understand, 10 lakh kilometers are laid in the Bombay Road Congress and road density of 32 kilometers per 100 square kilometers of area were constructed. In the Lucknow Road Congress in 1984, the third 20-year plan focused on improving connectivity in the rural and also both urban areas, aiming to increase the total road length to 12 lakh kilometers and achieving higher road density of 82 kilometers per 100 square kilometers by the end of the planned period. But in the current scenario, today road in India carry more than 60% of freights and nearly 87% of passenger traffic, with the national highways making up just 2% of the total road length but bearing 40% of the total traffic volume, creating a site distance challenges for the road planner and engineer. And the highways in the engineering, road can be classified based on the some criteria, based on the usage, based on the carrier way, based on the pavement surface and other criteria. Here based on the usage, whether the road can be used during different seasonal usage of the year. But it is based on the carriage way, the types of carriage way or road pavement to be classified. But in the based on pavement surface, types of pavement surfacing provided, they are classified as a surface or unsurfaced road. But in the other criteria, the traffic volume in that road, load transported throughout that road, or location and function of the road to be mentioned or to be identified in the other criteria. Okay, here based on the usage, surface classification differentiate between surface roads which are covered with materials like bitumen or concrete and unsurfaced road which are generally made of loose material like gravel or soil without any proper top layers. Okay, here based on the traffic volume. Okay, based on the traffic volume we have vehicle or movement. Roads are classified into heavy, medium or light traffic roads which help in selecting the appropriate design standards and structural layer requirement for the construction. Here are the pictures are shown the pavement roads or unpavement roads. Okay, pavement roads in the waterbound macadam roads and unpavement roads, okay, are shown in figure. Here based on the surface, already I said surface road, unsurfaced road, and then other criteria based on the traffic volume and based on the load transported and based on the location and function. Here roads can be classified based on the loads they are expected to carry their function with the road network, such as arterial road that handle major traffic flows, subarterial roads that connect arterial road to the local streets, and the local roads mean for access to residential or commercial. Okay, the next title or topic is sight distance. Here sight distance refer to the length of the roadway ahead that is visible to the driver at any given moment, allowing them to detect the and react to obstacle or traffic condition in time to ensure the safety while driving. Okay, here these are all the factors affecting the sight distance. The major one is the speed of the vehicle, and the second one is the frictional resistance of the road surface, the road and the tire between the road friction, and the height of the driver eye, and the slope of the road surface, and perception time and brake reaction time. These are all the factors affecting the sight distance. Here types of sight distance. Here three categories of sight distance are there. The first one is a stopping or non-passing sight distance, and overtaking or passing sight distance, and intermediate sight distance. Okay, here the picture shows the crossing the sight distance. Two vehicles are there, but the light of sight is different and the obstruction to vision one vehicle is different. Okay, here the clear distance ahead needed by a driver to bring his vehicle to a stop before meeting the stationary object on the road is called as a stopping or non-passing sight distance. Okay, and then same in the sight distance. Here this one is a road interaction. Okay, here two vehicles are there, but the passing way is different. Okay, and then here sight distance at vertical summit curve. This one third category in the stopping sight distance. Okay, here one vehicle left side is eye level. Okay, and then opponent side object is 0.15 meter only. Here between these two vehicle distance is a life of the sight. Okay, and also this one is a stopping sight distance. The last one is a PIV theory. Here PIV is nothing but a P is perception, I is a intellection, and E is a emotion, V is a violation. Okay, here PIV theory explains the psychological process a driver goes through before reaching to a situation, which include perceiving the situation, understanding its meaning, making an emotional decision, and finally initiating the action to avoid the hazard. Okay, this one important, all of which typically taken about the 2.5 seconds is mandatory. Here formulas are there for PIV theory. SST is equal to lag distance, that means reaction time, plus braking distance, that means after application of brakes. So here formula is VT plus v square divided by 2g, f of plus or minus n divided by 100, where v is the speed of the vehicle, t is a reaction time, f is a friction coefficient, 1 is in n slope. Okay, by using this formula we will apply the problems in the classes. Okay, here the last one is a overtaking side distance. Here overtaking side distance is the minimum distance required for a vehicle to safely passes another slower moving vehicle on a two-lane road while ensuring that there no risk of collision with an oncoming vehicle. Okay, taking into account the time needed for acceleration and then return to the lane. Okay, here the picture shows same way. Okay, here A1, A2, okay, B2, B2 and A3, these are all the vehicle in the one lane passing, another lane C2, C2 vehicle. Okay, here I already said A1, A2 stand for overtaking vehicle being the various position of the vehicle during overtaking the operation. Here B1 stand for the overtaken vehicle which reacted or we reached at position B2 during overtaking operation. Okay, and then C1, C2 stand for the vehicle coming from the opposite direction, and D1 is a distance traveled by overtaking vehicle during the reaction time t, and then D2 represent the traveled by overtaking vehicle during actually overtaking the operation. Finally D3 is a distance traveled by the vehicle coming from the opposite direction. Okay, here opposite direction is important during the actual overtaking operation. This one the figure represent. And then finally is intermediate side distance. Here intermediate side distance is a safely measure used in a road design when overtaking side distance cannot be provided due to site constraints, and it taken as twice the value of stopping side distance to offer a reasonable buffer for a safe driving condition. Here the table column represent first column is a speed in the kilometer per hour, 20 km, 25, 30, 35 and 40, and then second column represent the intermediate side distance for 20 km 40, for 25 km 50, and then for 30 km per hour 60, and 35 km for 80, and for 40 km per hour side intermediate side distance is 90. Okay, and similarly 50, 60, 65, 80 and 100 are also we have codal provision are there. IRC, Indian Road Congress provided. Okay, all intermediate distance are measured in the meter. Okay, and then thank you.